violent image. And the fact that they distributed the images of his body, which is something that is unacceptable by all terms, has revealed that he was fighting. He was not hiding in a tunnel, as Netanyahu claimed. He was not hiding behind Palestinian civilians, taking them as human shields, as Israeli propaganda used to say. He was not hiding behind Israeli prisoners or captives, as they also claimed. He was fighting. And this image will make him look like a hero for most Palestinians and most Arabs and most people who are against Israeli occupation and against the oppression that Palestinians are subjected to. So in my opinion, Sinwar one more time has failed the Israelis. He has failed their intelligence. They couldn't get to him. He, not only on the 7th of October, but during the whole last year, and they admit that. And he fought. He was courageous, and he was not a coward, as they claim. But the big question here is, after the death of Sinwar, will this push for ending this terrible war? Will this force Netanyahu to accept a ceasefire? I doubt it. Because in my opinion, Netanyahu doesn't care about the Israeli hostages, as he claimed. He doesn't care about their lives. All he wants is to expand this war. And he's substituting an occupation in the West Bank by enlarging it and making it an occupation of West Bank, of Gaza Strip, of big parts of Lebanon, as he hopes. And he wants to drag the whole region into a terrible regional war, hoping even to drag the United States into a war with Iran. So the death of Sinwar, if it is true, will, in my opinion, expose Netanyahu even further as a person who doesn't want to end this terrible situation. And let me tell you quickly that today, at this very moment, the people of Gaza are suffering horribly. The north of Gaza is without water, without food for 13 days. They are under terrible siege. They are bombarded constantly. Civilians are dying around the clock. People were burned to death in most recent Israeli strikes in an area which is a hospital. So the public of Gaza is suffering. 150,000 is the number of Palestinians killed or injured since the 7th of October. And this atrocity, this massacre, must stop. And it will not stop unless the United States of America forces Netanyahu and Israel to stop.
Mustafa Barghouti, I know that you are, obviously pointing out the terrible suffering also of the people of Gaza, the Palestinians, tens of thousands. I'm assuming you feel you have to defend Sinwar, although I don't understand why, because Hamas is against you and against what you stand for. And nobody can really know what Sinwar was doing. Certainly, Ronan Bergman says that he was probably coming up, as they know, for air, for oxygen, and was caught with, his defenses down, so to speak. We've heard from people from Gaza in the last few hours, it's been reported, that some of them are glad that he's gone, because they believe that he brought down the horrendous rain of bombs and fire on them for the last year. Some of them are not glad because they think, he's the only so-called resistance leader. But those who are glad, don't you think they have the right to be glad and to hope for something else? Because nothing was going well for them while Sinwar was in charge.
Christian, I don't defend Sinwar. I defend Palestinian people. I defend the right of the Palestinian people to be free. And if we did not have the Israeli occupation, if I didn't grow up all my life under Israeli occupation, you wouldn't have seen Sinwar or Hamas. If Israel stopped its occupation and ended the system of settler colonialism and stopped the atrocities